Hello everyone. Alright, for anyone who was a phone freak back in the day or just wished that you were one, I have a couple of programs to show off today, which I haven't seen any YouTube videos of previously. Possibly a little surprised that nobody's posted YouTube videos of them, although maybe not since they're kind of old and probably nobody uses them very much anymore. Anyway, the first program that I wanted to show off is the world famous ToneLoc, or ToneLoc, short for Tone Locator. This is obviously version 1.10, which I believe was the last version ever released. So let's see, if you go ahead and run the program right off the top, yeah, there we go, ToneLoc version 1.10 by Minor Threat and Mucho Mas, released September 29th of 1994. Wow, this goes back over 15 years. Okay, so this is the basic information to run the program, and you can see it's pretty colorful. I like the use of color here, that's nice. And the only parameter that's really needed is the very first one, the data file that you want to store the data in. So let's go ahead and just specify a data file. Let's call it foobar. Oh yeah, it doesn't like, this is a fresh installation of ToneLoc, so it doesn't like the fact that I have no configuration file. I need to run TLCFG. You have to run TLCFG to configure it the first time. So this is the configuration program. So this is the files section. You can specify what file names you want it to use. All that looks fine. Modem strings, these are modem commands. Pretty much the standard Hayes modem commands for the most part. Yeah, ATDT to dial tone as opposed to ATDP for dialing pulse. ATH0 to hang up. ATZ is the exit string, etc. Modem responses, pretty standard modem responses. Connect, OK, fax, ringing, busy, voice. Really good modems could detect voices. Some couldn't. The US robotics modems were apparently pretty good at that. In fact, ToneLoc, I think, recommends the US robotics modems, which are actually still sold. If you go to USR, I believe it's usr.com, you can still buy their modems there, which is pretty awesome. Volume commands, yeah, ATL is the modem volume level. Alright, let's move on. Modem options, serial port. Yeah, I actually don't have an actual modem hooked up here, obviously, so I won't be able to actually do any scanning, unfortunately, but at least we can look at the options, which is, I suppose, entertaining in its own right, perhaps. So yeah, make a noise when carrier is found. I would probably turn that off, because I would think it would be annoying if you leave scanning turned on overnight when you're trying to sleep. Colors, yeah, the default color scheme is pretty good. Alright, so let's go ahead and save the changes. Alright, now we should be able to run ToneLoc and just specify a file name. Alright, here we go. So the CTS signal has disappeared. That's probably because it wasn't there in the first place. Let's go ahead and press any key to continue without CTS support. And I believe it tries to initialize the modem 3 times. It failed once, failed twice, and I think after the 3rd time it aborts. Yes, it does. Exiting. Exit with error level 1. So there you go, that's ToneLoc. You won't be able to see too much more of that, unfortunately, since I don't have an actual modem hooked up here. But one program that I'd like to show off is ToneMap. ToneMap is pretty awesome. It is something very... let me just go ahead and run it. ToneLoc also comes with several sample maps. So I'll just go ahead and start with the first sample, sample 1. So here you go. Basically, it graphically shows you what your prefix looks like. This is a prefix that has already been scanned by ToneLoc, and it shows you what it, the color coding indicates what it found. So all these orange-colored things are carriers. So this found about, what is that, maybe 20 carriers approximately, and obviously a lot of them will just be weird, nonsense. Like all these brown ones are ring outs, meaning the phone rang and there was no answer. A lot of them will obviously be somebody picking up the phone and saying hello. So those will be purple. Those are the voice ones, assuming your modem recognizes voice. Reds are busy. So that's the first sample. Others get a little bit more variegated. Like notice these whole strips of busy signals here. I suspect those are not actually busy numbers, but numbers which were configured by the telco to always ring busy, which is kind of interesting. Alright, I don't want to spend too long on these samples. Here you go. Here you can see very significant striping going on. Wow, the whole right-hand side of this is voices. A lot of people got their phone rung by ToneLoc there. Here you see a lot more striping. Sample 6, yeah, a little bit different kind of striping. A lot of timeouts. Timeouts where basically nothing happened. I think it didn't even hear any ringing sound. Sample, oops, Sample 7, not 77. Yeah, more striping. There's no sample 8. Instead, there's 8A and 8B. This is a lot of ring outs. Yeah, interesting sort of checkerboard. Notice the checkerboarding pattern on the right between voice answers and ring outs. That's interesting. I think there's some significance there. It's very interesting. Sample 9. A heck of a lot of tones here. I wonder if those are loops. This might be a prefix that the telco is using for loops or something like that. Sample 10. A lot of carriers here. Wow, check out all these carriers. This is awesome. This was a good prefix to scan. 11. A lot of stripes of different kinds. And I think 12 is the last one. Interesting. A lot of tones in the middle there. Is there a 13? Yeah, there's no 13. All right, so that's it. So that's ToneLoc. I don't have too much more to say about that in the limited time allocated to me, so let me go ahead and move on to BlueBEEP. Now, BlueBEEP is a lot of fun. It is by Onkel Dittmeyer, not the Uncle Dittmeyer who sells orange juice, but the one who made this program. This was released in 1994, also in April 11th, so that's pretty awesome. So let's start with the setup menu real quick. You can see this allows you to edit the actual tones for all the dial sets. This is CCI-TT5 signaling, and here you can edit all the frequencies. The program comes with these pre-entered in, where you can set up your own tone sets to be whatever you want. Here is DTMF, which is pretty standard in North America. Also various CCI-TT5 R2 stuff. This is for actual music tones. This is not telephone signaling. This is just if you want to play music on your phone keypad. Trunks. Program doesn't come with any red box tones. Yeah, this program actually comes with red box tones, which is kind of cool. Password protection, don't really need that. So if your sound blaster, pulse dialing, colors, card checker if you want to check your calling cards, modem setup, of course, dial translation, other options. I usually turn off the flip keypad option here. By default, it flips the on-screen phone keypad. You'll see what I mean in a little bit. Tools, I'll get back to that in a moment. I also want to point out the documentation. I don't have time to show it all off here, but look at all these different documentation sections. Man, Onkel Dittmeyer wrote a lot of docs for this program. Happy birthday to BlueBEEP. Yeah, this release came out after the program was 1 year old. Introduction. Yes, a very lovely ghetto verse there. History, release history. Wow. Goes extensively. Greets, the usual greet stuff. Resources, this is just him being funny. Apparently he likes European hip-hop, yeah, etc. And it goes on. I don't want to spend too much time here, but, you know, again, very extensive documentation. I'm very impressed by the documentation that comes with this program, actually. That beeping that you heard was me trying to page down beyond the end of the documentation, like that. Here he lists some nice magazines where you can get some nice information, credits from people who apparently supported, profile of the author. He was 16 when he made this, probably significantly older now, assuming he ages, which he probably does. Disclaimer, yes, disclaimers are very important. Author is not responsible for what you do with this program. Support, yeah, nice. On the script language, apparently this program comes with its own little script language, which is very cool. All right, documentation. Let's go ahead and go to the freak out section where we can actually do stuff. So this is the main area, and let's see. So basically, you can just use this like a phone keypad if you just press the buttons here. You'll probably notice this sounds way wrong if you're in the United States. That's because it defaults to CCI-T5. See in the upper right-hand corner it says dial set, CCI-T5. You can just press F2 to select a dial set. Here we go, this is DTMF. Yeah, that sounds more familiar to American ears. This poor lamer of the month got his phone number included in the program. I'm sure that person's phone number has changed by now, but you can, you know, create a phone book here and automatically dial numbers in the list there. So there you go. That's your basic phone keypad kind of thing. The scanner. This is basically, I think this is another kind of word dialer, kind of like ToneLoc, except I think ToneLoc's probably a little better. But you know, this is cool as well. Redbox. Yes, it comes with Redbox tones. This is if you want to make a payphone call. Those of you who have seen Hackers might remember the trick with the tape recorder. Well, you don't need a tape recorder if you have this. Card Talker, this is if you want to play voice snippets, which is important if you're making a call and don't want your voice to be recognized on the recording. For some reason, this isn't recognizing my Sound Blaster in DOSBox. It's kind of weird, but alright, whatever. Frequency tester, calling card checker, phone word. Yeah, those are cool. I don't have time to show those, unfortunately. I'm out of time. So I want to go ahead and end with this nice little feature, flight through space. Awesome. And you can use the arrow keys to make the arrows spin around and change how fast they move. I love little Easter eggs like this in programs. It has absolutely nothing to do with the program's purpose. It really has nothing to do with anything, but I just like stuff like this. It's pretty awesome. I like finding stuff like this in software. Anyway. Alright folks, and of course I should probably have a disclaimer of my own. Please don't do this for anything bad or naughty that will infringe on anyone's rights. This isn't, so that you can break any laws. This is just for curiosity's sake. This is just for fun. Stay safe, stay smart, and stay out of trouble. Alright, thanks for watching everyone. I'll see you later. Bye-bye for now.